Hey guys, Klinda again. This video is just an interview with Wester, or some people know him as Breezy. He's the GM of Adept Gaming, which is top 10 in the world guild, which I've said about 400 times by now. You're probably sick of hearing me saying it, but it's the truth. It sort of gives you an idea of how much work goes into maintaining a guild of that level, and sort of shows that any guild can actually get up to that level if they've got the right sort of leadership and backing of good players. All the questions were chosen by people who've watched my videos over the years. They were chosen on my Facebook page, and yeah, so hope you enjoy it. Okay, first question.
Yep.
Do you think that being the leader of one of the best guilds in the world is sometimes a bit much to handle?
No, not really. It's like, it's a lot of work, but like it's pretty easy once everything's like on farm content. It's just cruise control.
Fair enough. Okay, next question. How many times have you contemplated not leading Adept and joining another guild?
Or not joining another guild, but not leading the guild, definitely a lot. Like it gets so retarded sometimes.
It would.
Expand on that.
Well, the amount of shit you gotta do to be like at the top as an officer or like GM of a guild, it's just like ridiculous. Like whether it's like organizing raids or like making sure people show up or making sure people aren't getting angry at each other, you know, making sure everything's going smoothly. Like that doesn't stop at all. And like I haven't ever no, I haven't contemplated like ever joining another guild, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna stick with Adept like in future games as well. Like we want to like expand this, but yeah, honestly sometimes you just question whether it's worth it or not.
Those are deep words.
Yeah, this is deep shit. This is like
deep guidance.
Getting
Deep.
yeah.
It's like intervention.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What has been the toughest obstacle you've had to overcome as a guild leader so far?
Going on holiday for 3 weeks and leaving the guild, like to like fend for his, yeah, sorry, not 3 weeks, 6 weeks. That was crazy. Like what, every day while I was on holiday, like overseas, I'd be checking forums, you know, trying to like raid lead and stuff from outside of the raid. Like, hey, Klinda, yeah, Klinda would know about this, cause like I used to message him, like call him on Skype, just to see how things are going. Yeah, like it's harder than you think. Like I haven't thought about future. Like when I want to take a break, it'll have to be during farm content and all that kind of stuff, or like when I want to go on holiday.
Righto.
But yeah, other than that, it's like just getting through the tough times. Like the end of the year of every year is just shit, because like if they release content around the time like between November and January, everyone just wants to be on holidays and shit, and you end up like losing ranks, and then when you lose ranks, it's just like a chain reaction of people getting like annoyed with the game and shit like that.
Good answer.
Let's just tone down the language a little bit.
No, fuck that. Let's turn the language up.
Alright.
Okay, next question. This is a fucking random question. Does your guild get paid through sponsorship? If so, how much?
We don't get paid a fucking cent for the amount of
time. Fuck
time.
about Aussie gamers.
Exactly. We would love to get paid. If anyone's interested, hell yes. But nah, at the moment, we do get sponsored by Lowping, and they give us free Lowping accounts for all rating members, which is pretty awesome. But other than that, we haven't got a single dollar from the game.
Well, yeah. Next question. I actually knew the answer to that, but
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Only Klinda gets paid.
With love.
Yeah. From me. That's it.
Okay, next questions. Sort of not to do with a guild leading perspective, but how do you compare Paladin healing from Cataclysm to Wrath of the Lich King?
I'd say it's a lot more diverse and it's changed a lot, but it also, I don't know, it's weird because like you look across all these top paladins and like how they're healing, and it seems like some people just don't know what's good for like holy pallies and stuff like that, like spec wise and shit like that, even in the top end guilds. But other than that, like it's just completely changed. Previously, you could just like beacon a main tank with that and just spam anyone else, and like you were doing your role in a raid, and it was that's what made like paladins like amazing in ICC and previously, because I mean, healing two targets at 100% of whatever you're healing for, it's pretty dumb. But yeah, like the changes to AoE healing and shit's pretty cool. I think they were obviously. I don't think they were overpowered. I just think other classes weren't at the same level. So, I mean, obviously, when they changed shit around to make other classes stronger, it was a good thing. But the way I've always seen it is any nerf to any class is always gonna gimp your raid, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether a warrior gets nerfed or a paladin gets nerfed. It's gonna suck for your raid.
Warrior nerfs.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. How many hours do you play a week to be able to lead a guild such as Adept?
How many hours do we raid normally? That's like
at the moment or on progression?
7. During progression, I play a lot more. But that's still like I work 9 to 5, so I get home, and then we'd start raid at 7, and it'd be what 7 to 12 during progression. Yeah, on progression, if we're able to take a day off or two, which I generally am, we raid quite a bit. I think in ICC we did 18 hours on our first.
Yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah, after that raid though, that was one day. We didn't even bother raiding on Thursday. We just came.
Was fucking
Sunday.
dead.
But still, I mean, it's like yeah. Other than that though, because we cleared 8 out of 12 in one day. Yeah, Cataclysm, I wasn't around for that, but I heard you guys rated like a ridiculous amount. That comes with the whole gear grind, heroic grinding and shit. Yeah. I mean that's not always gonna happen. Like next, then it'll be the same thing. 1 or 2 days off for raid, and then if people can make it, and yeah, you need to do that to get that slight push ahead of other guilds. Otherwise, you just fall behind. But yeah, other than that, I'd say in progression I'd raid maybe 20 hours a week. Outside of progression, maybe 4 or 5 hours. I'd barely play the game, to be perfectly honest. Like, barely.
I fucking hate the game.
Yeah, I don't PvP. No, seriously, I prefer, like, I don't know. I have fun playing my rogue outside of progression, but even then, like, you gear it up and it's just like, alright, what do I do now? Like, I don't know. I just do other shit. Nah, screw playing multiple alts. Like, man.
Alts all together.
Whoa.
Okay. Next question. What is needed to be a good guild leader? What aspects?
That's hard because what makes Adept successful, I guess, is a better question, and it's a combination of like good communication between people. Good leadership, people constantly active, theory crafting. Like when we were raiding in ICC, I think at Lich King thread had like 34 pages of discussion and shit from like everyone, and like it's those kind of things. Like when every single raider puts like in the effort to figure out mechanics, figure out whatever they can. You kind of need that. It's a team effort, not like a personal effort. Everyone needs to be doing absolutely everything. But other than that, keeping the guild well managed, like organization wise, schedule everything you can. Know when people aren't gonna be on, work around that kind of shit. Always like keep your raiders happy is probably the biggest thing. Like,
you think sex appeal plays a big role?
Yep, definitely. You gotta be sexy.
Okay. Next one. Do you have any tips for aspiring guild leaders looking to start a new raiding guild or a PvP guild?
Okay, I don't know too much about PvP guild, but one of the big things I've noticed, right, is when guilds start and they do good, it's good for the guild, but when they start shit talking other guilds, it just makes it so much worse for when they don't perform. and that's one thing I noticed Adept didn't ever do. When like climbing up the ladder. No, wait, climbing up the ladder. Climbing up the ladder. We never said.
We never say anything about anyone else.
We never said fuck off until
No, we didn't. We
Hi,
were pretty well
Tsunami.
behaved. Technically, Tsunami is not even a guild, so.
Yeah.
when we were climbing up the ladder, we never said shit about other guilds. Like, you can remember how much we like. You can even look back, right?
Who cared
When
about it?
Tsunami got like World 7th, Algalon or whatever it was, we were like congratulating them on forums and shit. They were the ones being the dicks, like completely ignoring us and whatever. When we started taking over progression, that's when like obviously people started like trolling around, and like honestly, if you don't perform, it really hurts the guild because you know, people demoralized like, oh, we were trash talking these guys like a month ago, how come we're not winning? And I think that's a big part of like modesty plays such a huge role. Like, it just hurts the guild so much more when you don't like. It's kind of like real life when you know you've like beaten someone, and instead of rubbing it in their face, you just smile, and then they just feel like, fuck, this guy's so much more of a dick. Like, yeah.
Alright, that's a good answer.
Yeah.